me, good lad. I go now to die in some other place.
Nancy! Oh, here comes Nancy. Nancy! Arnold!
Arnold?
Nancy!
Make up your bloody mind.
I can hear her coming now. Here with those sweet... Come now, let you and me rejoice. Begone dull care and sorrow. Let's eat and drink and eat until it be tomorrow. Come, Nancy, sing a happy song of gaiety, not grief. Come, Nancy, sing.
How can I with his rotten bloody teeth? I mean, look at them. Every evening, I bring you greetings from Moscow, from the Kremlin, from the Union of the Soviet and Sociable Republics, to the British gentlemen and ladies men who are at this moment sitting together in the privy of their own homes. We start off with typical Russian tavern dance. be a bouncer down at the local pally. Now she is a pin-up girl at the bowling alley. She's the most bow-legged girl that you've set eyes upon. She walks up and down the alley while the game is going on.
I've known girls in Liverpool, Hong Kong, Hamburg, and Istanbul. I've known girls in Napoli, but my Petrushka's the only one for me.
Oh, let us play at hide and seek, one day she gaily cried. Now close your eyes and count to 20 while I go and hide. And if you catch me, I will let you steal a kiss from me. And if you cannot find me, I'll be right behind that tree.
I've known girls in Liverpool, Hong Kong, Hamburg, and Istanbul. I've known girls in Napoli, but my Petrushka's the only one for me.
And we settled in a cottage in Rabaut. The bedding was all broken and the spring was sticking out. But when I recall those moments, my heart it wants to sing. We kissed all through the winter and made love right through the spring.
I've known girls in Liverpool, Hong Kong, Hamburg, and Istanbul. I've known girls in Napoli, but my Petrushka's the only one for me.
Till we meet again, hello!
Henry McGee is appearing in Uproar in the House at the Whitehall Theatre, London.
Gave you a bill when you left.
Yes, she did.
The check bounced.
It didn't. I'll murder Everard. Don't worry yourself about that. But you know, the thing is, you know, Nolly, I call her Nolly, you see, because, you know, in the profession, we all have nicknames. You know, actually, they're not nicknames, they're affectionate names, you know. And Noel Gordon is known to us all as Nolly. Is that so? What they call me, I daren't tell you, but still.
Look, you can call me Nolly if I can call you Lal.
Lal?
That's your favorite pet name, I hear.
Lal, yeah, well, some call me Laz. But Clues calls me Sir Lawrence. He knows royalty, but I tell you this. But you see, Nolly, you've been in Crossroads now for 8 years, haven't you?
8 years in October.
Oh, my, is that a long time? 8 years in Crossroads, isn't that marvellous, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't it wonderful? But, you see, actually, Nolly has been in the business now, like myself, about 95 years. That's what everyone says, yeah. But I'd like to show you. Don't know about this, but I got this myself. Could I, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to see this. Could we have a close-up? Which camera? Could we have a close-up on that, could we? That's Noel Gordon at the age of 2, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that marvellous? Can you see that? You didn't know I had that.
Did you get?
I know. I know a lot about you. I know a lot about you, Nolly Gordon. And then, of course, you've done many musical comedies that people don't know about. You know, I know that you've done lots of musical comedies. What was it? Brigadoon. That was a lovely one.
Oh,
yeah.
my favorite show.
Was it really?
Yeah.
And then I saw you in Call Me Madam.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
How long's that been, Nolly?
Well, you said we've been at it 95 years, darling. I should think that must be about 70 years ago. Hey, listen to me. Something. You get a lot of fan mail, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to hear a fan letter that I got a couple of weeks ago?
I would, yes.
And it's genuine, anonymous. It says, "We think it's strange for you at your age to still be on television. We remember you 50 years ago with Victoria Carmen at the Alex, along with Georgie Wood. You must be 70 at least and still performing well."
This is lovely. Oh, darling. This is marvellous because at the bottom it says here, "Carry on as long as you can." Oh, that's absolutely marvellous.
Isn't it super?
Yeah, I know, true. I mean, I have letters the same, you know. No, true. An old man wrote to me and said that he remembers me with Florence Nightingale. Going over to that thing. But, Dolly, in Call Me Madam, there's that marvellous duet, wasn't it? What was it called?
I hear singing and there's no one there.
That's right, yes. Well, now, do you know, I've always wanted to sing that duet. Now, isn't that strange?
Haven't you ever been allowed to sing it?
Nobody's ever asked me. I said to Flash Clues once, "May I sing?" He's up there watching, you know. I said, "May I sing on the programme something from musical comedy?" I mean, I asked John Hanson, you see, but, you know, he said no.
No.
So you
Well, would
asked
you
me.
like to sing it?
I'd love to.
With me, as a duet?
I'd love to.
Well, now, which bit would you like to sing?
Which bit have you got? That's just like the ring I've lost. Go on, you're doing very well, dear. Now,
I tell you what, I think, if you don't mind me, I'm crying.
no, you're all right. No, it's all right, no.
It's a little bit easier, if you don't mind me saying so.
I don't mind at
if
all.
you sing the sort of first a bit, and then I join in with the
Eh?
later on.
I don't know what you mean when you go,
But it goes, you start off, "I hear singing and there's no one there," and I go, You'll see, you'll see.
I wish I'd never have asked. Well, if you think I'm going to be all right, we'll do it.
I think so.
Well, now, listen, ask him if he can busk it.
Aren't you speaking?
Well, no, I mean, we're all right now. We're not as bad as we were last week, but we're not really, you know, as you might say that.
Jack, could you bust the duet? You
I hear singing and there's no
It is
one
so
there.
surprising that
You feel very strange but
not
nice.
Jack,
But-
Jack, look. Larry, dear, that is the difficulty. You
I know.
See. You're singing my bit now.
And I sort of wafted over, didn't you?
You-
Do you know I've got ever sing you do? I mustn't do that, must I?
No, would you like to turn it round the other way and you can do the her bit?
Well, okay. Ask.
Shall we try it again, please, Jack?
You don't need
hear singing
analyzing,
and there's no
but it's not
one
so
there.
surprising. I smell blossoms, but the
Blossoms
trees
and the
are
trees
bare. Oh, my goodness me. Well, no, that was absolutely marvellous. How I got through it, I shall never know. If I live to be 96, that was absolutely marvellous. But now, Nolly, it's my honour and privilege to make a presentation for your wonderful work in Crossroads. It's the TV Times Award for the TV personality of 1972.
Oh,
How about
bless
that?
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Noel Gaunt. Welcome back. Welcome back to Shut That Door. And this is the part of the program which is entitled Get It Off Your Chest. This is for Everard. This is for Everard, but he's not here. We've got Everard Farquharson. Care of Mr. Larry Grayson. And this has come all the way from Australia. Isn't that marvellous? It says, Dear Everard, this is your old cobber from down under. I've been down to the Billabong. I've been down to the Billabong 3 days on the run without success. As you know, the emu only mates once every 9 years, so you'll realize that your request for a tape recording of its mating call will need a lot of patience. It has built its nest in the Billabong and sits on it all day. With my constant visits to the Billabong, the emu and I have become good friends, and I will bend over backwards. Seems a nice boy, doesn't he? I will bend over backwards to get you a recording of its mating call, your old friend and cobber, Rod Hull. Now, isn't that marvellous to think that he's... Well, would you like to take a seat and give him a perch?
Very much.
Hate them. Now, well, I'm very, what's it doing for Christmas? Well, I'm ever so sorry to have to... What's it doing?
I'm sorry, but I'm looking for your friend Everard, actually.
Has he got foul pest?
No.
Gee, my heart's going like 50 to the dozen. It tells me... No, I'm ever so... Will you keep it still? I was going to say... Ooh. I was going to keep still. It's got very sad eyes, hasn't it? Very sad. Looks like Colin Clews when he auditioned me for Saturday Variety.
Did you say Colin Clews?
Yes, Colin Clews.
Because he would like to meet Colin Clews.
Yes.
Because he wants to get into show business.
Does he really?
He does impressions.
What of?
Do your impression. His impression of a parrot.
Flash would like that.
Would he?
Yes, he'd love that.
Who's this? Norman Collins.
Oh, yes. I bet he's a good watchdog, isn't he?
What? He certainly is. He sleeps with one eye open.
Does he really?
Yes.
So does Everard. He seems very affectionate, Rod.
Oh, he's very nice.
Yes, he seems very affectionate.
Once you get to know him, he's quite nice.
Yes, I'm sure he is.
Stroke it there. Look, you see, look, just stroke him.
Yeah.
There, look. Who's a pretty emu?
Yes.
See, you can stroke him if you like.
Do you think... Do you, I mean, actually, you see... Well, listen, let me just see. Be still.
Give him a stroke.
Silly bird. Let me sweep.
There you are, you see?
Oh, yeah.
He's quite nice, isn't he, once you get to know him?
Hello.
Look. He likes you, doesn't he? Look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and well then. Oh, is this one is not so bad after all, is it? I wish we'd had Sybil Thorndike.
He's all right now.
Well, I'm not.
He's all right now. Told you.
I should be the same. Oh, yeah. I should never be the same again, you know, after this. I should think everybody's glad he's not here.
Oh, well. Well, what are we going to do about the mating call?
Well, oh, indeed.
Yeah,
Ah.
you see,
Well,
because...
have you got it? What's that you got round you?
Glad you asked me. I thought you wouldn't notice that.
Well, I did.
That is my cassette tape recorder that I get mating calls from.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah.
Well, could you record
Yes, that's what
Flash
mean.
Jack, eh?
See,
I don't like it,
You see, they only mate once every 9 years, you see.
The what?
They mate once every 9 years.
Is that all?
And he's 27,
Really?
and he's yet to start.
Yeah.
So, you see, so the urge is there, you see. I'm about to get...
Yeah.
The,
Fancy really mating every 9 years.
Yes, no.
Slack
I'll
Alice will be
tell you-
very interested in that.
I'll just turn this on.
You
Now, you be quiet. Now, you make a noise like you haven't had a mate for 27 years.
You want me to make a call, a mating call, like I haven't had a mate for 27 years?
Can you do it?
Test your memory. Ah!
No, well, I tell you what, you hold the microphone then, and I'll switch it on. Ready? Now, you put the microphone near his beak. We'll
Well, keep it well back then.
Yes, I'll hold it.
Pansy out.
Yes.
Get him off. That's the call. That's the call. I just want to die. Well, I'd love to stuff that bird, I would. No help. Well, if I've got the breath left, I'm going to sing my latest record. They say it's my last one as well. And it's more feathers. And it's called Shut That Door. Should we do it? Shut that door, it's freezing cold in here. Shut that door, I'm feeling rather queer. Haven't felt myself all day, 'cause I've been all alone. So come inside and shut that door and make yourself at home. I got laryngitis, my throat was very sore. Went to see my doctor, his wife answered the door. I whispered, is the doctor in? My voice was very hoarse. She whispered no and pulled me in and promptly shut that door. Shut that door, it's freezing cold in here. Shut that door, that door, I'm feeling rather queer. Haven't felt myself all day, 'cause I've been all alone. So come inside and shut that door and make yourself at home. I'm warm. Got to lie down after this. Feeling ill the other night, I dreamt I went to heaven. Joined the queue at the pearly gates, it stretched from here to Devon. St. Peter called out, hurry inside, there's room for just one more. Then realized I was booked below and promptly shut that door. Shut that door, it's freezing cold in here. Shut that door, I'm feeling rather queer. Haven't felt myself all day, 'cause I've been all alone. So come inside and shut that door and make yourself at home. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, Noel Gordon. Thank you, Rod Hull. Thank you, Jack Pollell and the orchestra. Thank all of you at home for looking in, and all you people for being here. I'll see you next week at the same time. Thank you very much. I love you very much, and good night, and God bless, and shut that door. Bye.
Your breakfast ready. Hey, Kenneth.
Yes, darling.
Darling? Who are you calling darling? Oh.
Try to see it my way, only time will tell I am right or I am wrong. We can work it out, we can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time. Try to see it my way, only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out, we can work it out.
Our home life is far from happy, and I think it would be best if we separated. The affair my husband was having has been confirmed by the woman concerned, but he says he loves only me and our child. This I find very hard to believe. I no longer trust him. This is part of just one of hundreds of letters I've received, and first of all I'd like to thank each one of you who wrote in. Obviously we can't deal with all your letters on this program, but we will answer every letter as soon as we can. The object of these two programs is to discuss what worries people in their personal lives and to discuss these problems. We can't promise miracle solutions, but perhaps the opinions of uninvolved people such as we have here tonight may help you to see the situations we discuss more clearly. with me in the studio are Dr. Catherine Storr, a psychiatrist, and the Reverend James Bentley, both of whom have a particular interest in the type of problems which we will be discussing. Now, let's go back to that letter I began with.
We can work it out.
Catch this wild, outrageous thing and teach the world to sing. Today, I love everybody, everybody I see. Oh, today is the day I can say that everybody loves everybody, and everybody loves me.
Well, we crammed that hour into about 5 minutes, just as we tried in 60 minutes to give you a picture of a whole weekend's programs. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this special preview from Manchester. From me, Sheila Kennedy, and from ABC, goodbye, and remember, if you buy weekends, we can guarantee you a good summer. Goodbye.
There's a hole in each face of the human race. The mouth is what it's called. So open up wide. Ah, there's nothing inside. It's time Dairy Crunch was installed.
Ooh. Here, Bartley.
Two cars chase round the Montlhéry circuit in France at a steady 62 miles an hour. Shell are running a mileage test. The white car has Shell petrol with the mileage ingredient. The striped car has the same amount of fuel, but it's not yet a complete petrol. It still has no mileage ingredient. They drive for 94 miles, equivalent to a quick trip up the motorway. After 60 laps, the striped car runs out of fuel. But white, on the mileage ingredient, goes on for another 7 laps. All 4 grades of Shell have the mileage ingredient. Come and collect anytime.
Hey, guess who's up first class?
How should I know?
Hello, what's up then?
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, come on, love, it's your head, isn't it? I'll get you something.
I told you, Eddie, it's nothing.
When you can't take even sympathy, take Aspro. New Aspro overpowers pain.
Come on, get it going!
Well, at 5:50, there's more chaos in the way in the shape of Just Jimmy. Jimmy averaged an ABC network rating of 48 last winter, which is a great record for an early evening show. But comedy always goes down well around this time, so after half an hour of Jimmy, there's more laughter for the next 70 minutes. First, there are 2 programs sharing the 6:20 slot. A couple of Mike and Bernie Winters shows to start with, and then from the 20th of January through to the 9th of March, a brand new edition of Doddy's Music Box takes over. But I'll let him tell you all about it.
Happiness, happiness, the greatest gift that I possess. I thank the Lord that I've been blessed with more than my share of happiness. The greatest hits and the latest pops, they'll all be here on Doddy's Music Box. The stars you love with the thrills you seek, to bring you happiness week by week. With country and western, there's rhythm and blues, all the beat groups who are in the news. The top performers who make the scene, bring happiness to your TV screen. Happiness, happiness, when the music's playing, all your cares grow less. And that's why I am here, I guess, to try and bring you lots of happiness. There's Peter and Gordon, they're here to sing. They're
Doddy's Music Box averaged a TAM rating of 49 across the ABC networks last winter.
Could you meet who could beat Tom Jones? All the Carnaby sets will be here, no doubt. With songs way in and with gear way out. The dolliest of dollies will play their part, bringing lots of happiness to your heart. Happiness, happiness, the greatest gift that we possess. So stay switched on and you'll all confess that Doddy's Music Box brings happiness. Happiness, happiness, the greatest gift that we possess. So stay switched on and you'll all confess that Doddy's Music Box brings happiness. That Doddy's Music Box brings happiness.
Well, at 7, George and the Dragon comes back with Sid James and Peggy Munt. The show isn't in production yet, but here's a reminder of how it goes down with ABC viewers.
Just for the record, George and the Dragon got an average rating of 37 in the Midlands and 39 in the North during May and June.
At 7:30, the Saturday film is back in its old slot, and there are some really good movies in the winter list. Films with big names and big reputations, like Moby Dick. At 9:10, the evening lineup switches to drama with a new series of Public Eye, and Alfred Burke stars once again as the investigator Frank Marker. Marker's not a glamorous detective, and he doesn't get glamorous cases. He doesn't even get glamorous girls. What he does get are people who are in trouble, the kind of trouble you can't see the police about, even if you're innocent.
How's she?
What?
The girl I brought in, Miss Hinkman, how's she?
She's in the theatre, Dr. Brown, you know that.
Yes, I know. I thought you might have heard something. No, of course not. She knew what my answer would have been.
Well, innocent or guilty, Zia Moyedin's performance sets the tone for this new Public Eye series. True to life and compelling to watch. At 10:15, we stay with drama when Armchair Theatre follows The Gamblers. Plenty of comedy in this series with stars like Beryl Reid and Bernard Cribbins, and including Noel Coward among the authors. And to add a touch of the macabre to the hour and keep the ratings in the top 30s, there are some new tales of mystery and imagination.
Mr. Dunning, a gentleman left this.
Oh?
He said I was to be sure to give it to you.
Oh, thank you, Whittaker. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Very sinister. 2 more programs wind up Saturday evening. First, at 11:05, Kenneth Robinson opens the Magic Box for another celebrity, and at 11:35, it's Time to Remember time for another half-hour glimpse of the good old days. And finally, time to say goodnight. Well, now, what about Sunday? Well, winter Sundays are going to start as strongly as ever with World of Soccer at 2:30. 50 minutes of the best of one of Saturday's biggest matches. Last winter, World of Soccer scored an average ABC network rating of 31, and this year should see it doing just as well. Next in line, at 3:20, comes Cimarron Strip, staying in the Sunday afternoon slot for another season and delivering the usual action. Well, at 4:45, we get more sharpshooting, only with less blood this time, when the golden shot returns in the hands of Bob Monkhouse.
This is a very exciting part of the show for all of us, particularly Mrs. Shimmin, because she's going to take a shot at that golden shot. And it stands at 100 guineas tonight, Mrs. Shimmin. And you know that you have to cut through the thread at the center of the bullseye. You do that, and we'll see a shower of golden coins like Jim Callahan only dreams of. But if you cut through the thread at any other point, not dead center, then the only shower we'll see will be tears, I'm afraid, because that just won't count. It must be dead center that you cut the thread.
Yes.
This is it. You nervous?
Yes.
So am I. All right, now you can just stand right there. That's fine. You can put one foot on. Yes, that's all right. Bernie, make sure you put it in nicely now. The boat. Fine. It's in position. Now you have full 20 seconds. That's more time than you think. Just aim as surely as you can, and those 20 seconds start ticking off now.
Well, the Golden Shot ends its run in mid-March and Candid Camera takes over with a whole new bag of tricks. We told you in the last preview about those ballet classes for Glasgow dockers. Well, here they are.
Last November through to January, Candid Camera averaged a TAM rating of 44 in the north and 44 in the Midlands.
Well, at 5:30, following the Golden Shot and Candid Camera, there'll be more adventures of Skippy, and then the news and the close period at 6 o'clock. When the evening programming gets off the ground at 7:25, there are two shows sharing this comedy slot. First to return, and continuing up to the 18th of February, will be a new series of The Dickie Henderson Show.
Hello, Pauline. Hi, Pauline. Pauline.
Dickie! Dickie, sweetie!
Pauline.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you. Oh, so handsome and debonair. And you smell delicious. What do I look like?
I'm stunned.
Yes, most people say I haven't changed a bit. Still, I don't suppose I could get into my gym slip now. Come in.
The last series of the Dickie Henderson Show achieved an average rating of 49 in the Midlands and 51 in the north.
You look just the same.
You mean after all these years?
Oh, no. Silly. I mean the same as you do on television.
Oh.
Oh, you have no idea what a thrill it's been seeing someone one knows so well becoming so successful. Mind the footstool. Do sit down.